Hi guys, welcome back to Hurricane. Well, hi guys, welcome back to Hurricane Lofton, and we are tracking Hurricane Idalia, which is just made landfall in Florida today, and catastrophic impact from the storm surge. From the waves from the storm surge, they are from 12 to 16 feet above the ground level, and destruction waves are expected somewhere between the Jefferson County line in Yankeetown, Florida. And so Idalia made landfall earlier today, and it will continue as a hurricane from till probably about tomorrow or the next day, and then it will possibly collide with Hurricane Franklin. Destructive, life-threatening winds will occur where the core of Idalia moves onshore in the Big Bend region of Florida. So Hurricane Idalia will come into the Big Bend and affect Tallahassee and everybody that's in the Big Bend region. With hurricane conditions expected elsewhere in the portions of the hurricane warning area along the Florida Gulf Coast, strong winds will also spread inland across portions of northern Florida and southern Georgia, near the track of the center of Idalia, where hurricane warnings are in effect. And New Orleans and Mississippi and Georgia and Florida, you guys will all feel rain from this system. You guys, Georgia, you guys will have a storm later on by tomorrow, or a tropical storm by later into this week. You guys will feel more of this coming towards you, and it will just probably affect you guys. You guys will have mostly just rain, but it could bring you guys some winds, higher winds that you guys have seen in a couple months. Damaging hurricane force winds are likely in portions of eastern Georgia and southern South Carolina, where hurricane warnings are now in effect, and South Carolina and all the coast. So what Hurricane Idalia is trying to do is trying to go in the Big Bend region, and then it's gonna go on the Gulf Coast, almost how Hurricane Ian was, but it's a smidge in the Big Bend area. So it's up in the Big Bend area and not where Hurricane Ian was. So it's going to come up and it's going to swerve up into South Carolina. Areas of flash, urban, and moderate river flooding with considerable impacts are expected from the Florida, Big Bend, through central Georgia and South Carolina through eastern North Carolina into Thursday. So what it will do, it will just continue going up, and then it will curve out and start to go down. It may collide with Franklin again, and the wind speed probabilities are the most will be in southern Georgia and South Carolina and in the Big Bend area of Florida. That's where the most tropical storm wind force speed probabilities, that's where they will be. And there is another wave out in the Atlantic, which is expected, or it's Tropical Depression 11, which is not expected to become Jose. It was last night. The Hurricane Center redid it, and they had it not becoming a storm until today. They were going to have it become Jose last night, and then today they haven't had anything from this storm. It's just going to continue out in the Atlantic and continue to be a depression, and by 2 a.m. on Friday, it will be gone. And then there are a few other waves out in the Atlantic, like there's one working its way off the coast of Africa, and in the next 48 hours it has a medium percent chance of development. It has a 40% chance of development in the next 48 hours, and then in the next 7 days it has a medium percent chance of development, which with 60% chance. And then we have low percent chance development, disturbance number 2. In the next 48 hours, 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours, and then same story with for the next week, it has 10% chance. We're going to take a look over in the Eastern Pacific. There is nothing expected to form in the next 48 hours from anywhere in the Eastern Pacific. The last storm they had was early